I cannot believe this is how you hold a control arm onto a car. Hey everybody, I'm Chris Forsberg.
And I'm Dylan Hughes.
And welcome to the Fix It Flat 50th Anniversary C10 build. All right, truck's back from paint and it's looking really good. Looking really fresh.
It's looking pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. I kinda dig the yellow. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much, but.
Yeah, yellow's bright. I've never owned a yellow car. I own a gold car, it's pretty close.
Oh yeah, same thing.
But yeah, this thing is bright.
Got it back inside, we got it up on the lift. We have some front suspension stuff to throw at it. We got the motor, the Edelbrock V8, that thing's chilling over there.
Transmission's gonna be showing up any day now, so waiting on that so we can swoop it all in at the same time. Makes sense. So we'll probably have to take this front grill off to be able to do that. So we're just gonna leave it in place for now, holding everything together. So suspension, I guess, is first till then.
Suspension's gonna be first, and we have the perfect tool for it, and that's called the lift.
Oh, I was like, what, you? Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Oh, they're fighting back. There we go, yeah. Man, they really didn't want to go. This only takes just outside of forever. Pulling the upper control arm off, Dylan's getting the tie rods out, and he already got the lower control arms off, so this whole corner is just gonna fall off. We're not reusing any of it. We got all new control arms, new tie rods, new rotors, new spindles, new brake calipers, all that stuff. So down we go. It's not on the truck anymore. Got myself a brand new Duralast lower control arm. I mean, I just carried the box over. I don't know why I thought it'd be light.
Wow, we gotta just pop those out of there, huh?
Yeah, I know a guy. Okay, so now that tube on the top side, yep.
What?
Keep going. There she is.
So in order to run these heavier duty lower control arms with our later generation spindles, we had to change the ball joint to
C20?
I forget which one it is actually. I cannot believe this is how you hold a control arm onto a car.
Well, I was deciding if I was gonna just hang the knuckle off of this lower control arm now that we got the lower onto this thing, but it might be a better idea to swing the upper control arm on there first, so to have two ball joints to kind of help line it up so I don't have to hold quite as much weight. All right, so this is the tie rod piece off of the Chevy C10. So what we ended up doing was we ended up getting lift spindles for the front, and those is a different taper, so we just kind of have to hodgepodge a little bit of different model truck tie rod setups together. So what we found was we found the appropriate inner tie rod, but we need to ream it out. So I went to the neighbors, borrowed a ream, and I think this should work, right?
So yeah, so this one has a bigger taper on it, and so in order to get this thing to set all the way in, whoop, this way. We want that to get further down that, so we're gonna ream it out some, so it pushes out so we can run a bigger ball joint, and it has the bigger inner threads. All right, so everything a little bit stronger, a little better. So I'm just gonna take all these wires, I'm gonna go sit in that truck and act like I'm working. You guys won't even know.
So this castle nut goes right on this threaded part of the bolt that holds the taper part of the ball joint in. So what this castle nut does, it allows us to slip that cotter pin right through there, and then I'm gonna bend this cotter pin backwards so that that nut can never come loose, which is a good thing, because steering component staying tight is good.
This is a template where the hole in the firewall that I have to modify. We're about to put some springs on this thing for the first time in forever! Woo!
We're putting on the rear disc brake conversion kit. So we're gonna put some rotors out back instead of doing the drum brake system that it had before. So we're just grabbing a couple more washers. We're gonna bat this thing down real quick.
Oh, don't strip it. You're stripping it. Okay. Looks like it fits perfect. Reflector on the front or reflector in the back? What do you think? Yeah, I was like, I need to do something really satisfying right now.
Wheel bearings. Hopefully they're right. Let's make sure they're right before we start jamming down.
So the wiring harness that was in this rig was pretty beat up, and and there's some chafing and things like that. So we're doing an all new wiring harness. It's a cool little kit. Comes with all the connectors and plugs and wiring that you need, even some new switches. So we got a new headlight switch, new ignition switch, and things like that. And so I'm just going through and we got all nice new grommets on everything for the taillights, little setup for the new parking lights. Just gotta go through and connect it all.
So when you send production to get car parts, you get the wrong bearings. Now we got the right ones. Here we are, packing some wheel bearings, cartridge bearings. Bearing race is already pressed in the hub. Hub is also the disc in this case. Now you gotta put a little bit of grease on the spindle. I just use the stuff that I already had on my hands doing the bearings, and you wanna make sure you get this outer one because that's where the seal goes over. It's where your inner bearing sits and your outer bearing sits there, but you're gonna get enough on there just because that's gonna be in there making heat, and you wanna make sure it's all greased up.
All right, moment of truth. This is one of the first big pretty parts we're putting on the rig. Okay, these guys done. All right. Everything clears. Those things look pretty sweet. It'll be good.
Man, it feels good to have it on the ground though.
Tell you what.
It's been a while. Wheels.
Yeah, that rear wheel gap, that's like what I was going for. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So as long as that front comes down, we're gonna be
Full-blown monster truck.
yeah. As soon as we get that transmission, she's going in.
Let's do it, dude.
Well, that was a lot more difficult than I thought.
Yeah.
It's like,
well,
let's put the brakes and the wheels and tires on today.
Yeah.
And you're chasing parts, chasing bearings. Had to do some machine work on the rear disc brake conversion. So
yeah.
a little bit of a hefty load today, but the goal was to get on the ground, and we did. So
we did it.
Yeah,
Feels good. No, we were definitely jamming today. You can see by the hands. Love the wheels. Love the wheels. I think that, like I said, that ride height's gonna be like pretty much perfect.
Yeah, we just gotta slam about 1,000 pounds in the front end.
Yep.
Get that Edelbrock engine, that gear star transmission, and hopefully that comes in, and that's what we're doing next.
Yeah, I'm ready to swing that motor in there. I want to drop the front end of this thing down. But yeah, feeling good about it.